someone hit a turtle up here. Whee! Pretty fun.
What's going on YouTube? So here's the raw footage of where I drowned my WR out in a mud hole. Looking back on this footage now, there's lots of things that I could have done differently after the fact of dumping it and just to prevent the incident from happening completely. But, you know, it happened in the moment and my mind was rushing as it happened because I had never had that happen before. And you start thinking of how you're going to get back to camp. You know, we're far away and yeah, it happens so quickly. Here's the footage. Let's take a look.
Man, it's way more grown up than it was right here. I almost didn't recognize it. Alright, it's not too bad. It was deeper than this last time. There's a log. Nice and steady. Oh! It's off. Why'd I do that? I need your... I'm holding it. I'm holding the exhaust up. You think it'll start? Man, shouldn't have went through right there. Oh. Nope. Huh? Yeah. Fuel line. Hey, I hope I don't have water in the fuel. No, I ain't doing something. Something ain't right. Might have to... I'm pulling the clutch. Kickstand didn't go down, did it? Hold on. I gotta get the water out of it. Yep, it's got water in the engine, I think. Huh? It just sounds weird. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Well, here's the tunnel. We're, for starters, we're gonna...
So let's watch this back again and go over kind of what happened. So my first big mistake and I think takeaway from rewatching this footage is, I mean, it's a pretty obvious one. I remember talking to Dusty as we like approached this, saying like, hey, be careful, like there's logs in the bottom of it. It can be deep, like there's big ruts from where side-by-sides go through it. And then I just ignored my advice and rode right through the middle of it. I don't know why I did that. I remember going through it the first time I came here without Dusty, and I rode on the side like he did, and I made it through fine. So I guess I was just excited to like show him and go through this cool trail feature, and yeah, I don't know. I guess my confidence just got to me, and I just rode through the middle, and obviously it ended up bad. And then my second and most major mistake was, as you can see here, I got the bike out of the water, and I immediately just like, I went to see if it would turn over. And that was definitely the wrong thing to do, because listening to it, I don't think a whole lot of water had actually gotten to the engine yet, because it turned over. It hadn't hydrolocked yet until I turned it over a few times, and then it just like, it wouldn't even move. I don't know why I just like went ahead and tried to start it up. Like I said, I just think everything was happening so fast, and like my heart was racing from, you know, dumping the bike in the water. And yeah, I shouldn't have done that. That was a bad move on my part. If you do have the unfortunate event of drowning your bike out like this, don't start it right away. Get it out of the water, get all the water out of your intake, drain the oil, then potentially try and start it. We actually did get the bike towed back to camp, and I did get all the water out, and it did start to run, but it was running pretty bad. I think the dirt had gotten to the rings, and it definitely had water in the fuel too, where the gas cap just let some in, and it just wasn't running good. But definitely probably could have saved the weekend, and probably could have rode the rest of the day and the next day if I just went to camp and did everything correctly. So don't get anxious when something like this happens, and just like immediately start trying to fix it right there on the trail, and start the bike up, because that's probably what ruined the weekend for me right there, and ultimately probably made me spend more money in the long run when trying to run it afterwards. So yeah, learned a lot that weekend. It sucked, but back up and running now. So.
Now, he thought he was going to